What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to make a quick video or just have a quick discussion with you guys about a topic that's been in the back of my mind for a very long time, and the conversation I had with a friend of mine today brought it back up. So the topic of conversation was Mario 64, the game that everybody seems to love, and how I personally think the game is extremely overrated, and I do not understand why people are still saying in 2018 that this game is still the best 3D Mario game ever made. So I've heard people say it's better than Odyssey, better than Galaxy, better than 3D World, and I just don't understand why. You know, and this is not coming from someone who is not familiar with the Mario series. I've played almost every mainline Mario game. No, I think I have played every mainline Mario game, all the way from the 2D classics all the way up to the most recent Mario Odyssey, which is the footage you're seeing now. But I'm still having conversations with people at work or people on video game forums about why Mario 64 is the best game ever, or the best Mario game ever created. And I just can't disagree more. I mean, I did not grow up with Mario 64, so I don't have the same nostalgic value as some people do with the game. My first home Nintendo console was the Nintendo GameCube, so my very first 3D Mario game that I played was Mario Sunshine. Now, I will admit Mario 64 is better than Mario Sunshine. I will say that much. But yeah, some people, I've gotten in debates with people saying, you know, hey, Mario Galaxy is the best 3D Mario game, and people quickly go back to 64. So I just kind of want to have a discussion surrounding that topic and see what you guys think. And I want to list some reasons why I think some people feel Mario 64 is still the king of all 3D platformers. Number one, when it came out, I believe 1996 is when Mario 64 first came out. It was extremely groundbreaking for the platforming genre. Mario 64 was the first 3D platformer to truly master the formula. I mean, I believe without Mario 64, we probably would not have, you know, Spyro, Crash, Banjo-Kazooie, any 3D platformer mascot that you could think of was all inspired by the accomplishments of Mario 64. So I think for the people who grew up in that era, they remember the impact that game having, and their minds being blown with seeing Mario in 3D for the very first time. But my argument with that would be, you know, just because something is the first to do something does not make it the best. So if we use that logic, let's take a look at, I don't know, let's take a look at something like the iPod, right? So the first iPod was very groundbreaking. It was amazing how much music you could hold on it. The software behind it was great, but are you gonna say the iPod that was originally released is better than the 6th generation iPod Touch with Apple Music, app support, FaceTime, so on and so forth? No. I mean, yes, it paved the way for these devices, but it does not necessarily mean that the older device or the older video game is superior to the modern media. It just does not make sense to me. The second reason why I feel like a lot of people feel Mario 64 is the best game ever created is, like I said, ties back into the first reason: nostalgia. Nostalgia is a very powerful thing. I mean, there are games that I've grown up with that I feel are the best games ever created, but in actuality, there are games that came after that that were vastly superior in every way. Example of this, and I'm probably going to do a video about this as well, the Mario Kart series. I personally have the most fond memories of playing Mario Kart Double Dash, but I would be a fool to say that Mario Kart Double Dash is a better game than Mario Kart 8. You know, same thing applies to 64. I'll be a fool to say that Mario 64 is better than Mario Galaxy, 3D World, and Odyssey. I mean, it just, when you look at the two games side by side, you know, those games refined the blueprint or the foundation that 64 laid out. So the fact that people are saying 64 is still a superior game when it came out over 2 decades ago is mind-boggling to me. So, and the third reason I think a lot of people like Mario 64 or think Mario 64 is the best game is kind of like they feel obligated to say that. It's kind of like when you ask someone, who's the best rapper, who's your top 5 best rappers, some people are automatically gonna say Biggie and Tupac, even if they don't have fond memories of their music or they're not that familiar with their catalog. But since all the top bloggers and all the top critics of the genre says, hey, this is who you should say are in your top 5, a lot of people are going to ride that wave. So I think the same thing is with Mario 64. When you're talking to Nintendo fans, they they will all crown Mario 64 as that #1 platformer game. And in order to kind of fit in, some people will also have that same opinion, even if it's not factual on their end. So I don't know, guys. I just wanted to bring that, I just wanted to have this conversation. So if you guys have any comments, drop them below. Let me know what your thoughts are when it comes to the whole Mario 64. Is it an overrated game? Does it deserve all the praise that it still gets? Is it better than Odyssey, Galaxy, and all the later Mario games? Let me know in the comment section. Drop it below and we'll have that discussion. Peace.